2, and today I will be testing different types of fats and comparing their effect on tenderness in baked goods. So what is fat? Fat is one of the 3 main macronutrients in our diet. It is a molecule that consists primarily of hydrogens and carbons, meaning it has hydrophobic qualities that make it repel water. Fats can be saturated or unsaturated. Unsaturated fats have at least one double bond in their chemical structure, which makes a kink in their hydrocarbon chain. Saturated fats, on the other hand, have no double bonds in chemical structure, which make them completely saturated with hydrogens. Today, I will be preparing a short food demo on sugar cookies to show and compare the effects different types of fats have on the tenderness of a cookie. Since it would take way too long to try out and demo every single type of fat, I picked 3. So we'll be using vegetable shortening, butter, and canola oil today. Here are the ingredients I will be using today to make the sugar cookies. Here I have the egg, dry ingredients, sugar, and butter. Oh, just a little too much. This is what the dough looks like for the cookies with the butter. So I went ahead and rolled 2 cookies onto the pan, and I am about to repeat the recipe 2 more times, but instead of using butter, I'll be using canola oil and vegetable shortening. This is what the dough looks like for the vegetable shortening. This is what the dough looks like with canola oil. All right, into the oven they go for, So I just took the cookies out of the oven. Here we have the butter. In the middle, we have the vegetable shortening, and to the right, we have the canola oil. So I just tried the cookies, and I'd have to say the cookies with shortening were very tender. It had a sandy, crumbly feel to it. Shortening is 100% fat because it's hydrogenated, and which makes it saturated and solid at room temperature. This also means that there is no water available for gluten to be formed, making it very tender. It also has a higher melting point than butter, which makes the cookie appear taller because it doesn't spread out as much, and I feel like the taste is a bit waxy because it's not natural like butter. The butter cookie is a lot more spread out since it has a lower melting point. It was pretty tender, but not as tender as the cookies with shortening. It was a lot more chewy and sturdier in structure. Butter is also 80% fat, with the rest being water and milk solids. This lets the cookie evaporate some of its water into steam and form gluten. Gluten is what makes the butter cookies more chewy and less tender than the cookies with shortening. Lastly, we have the canola oil cookies. So the canola oil cookies were very soft on the inside, but very crumbly. It felt kind of like a cake consistency instead of a cookie consistency. Canola oil is 94.4 to 99.1% triacylglycerols. So similar to the shortening, there isn't much gluten development due to the low amounts of water. Overall, on a scale of most tender to least tender, I would say shortening cookies were most tender, and then canola oil following that, and then lastly butter was the least tender. The cookies with butter was probably my favorite, just because I think it tastes better, and I also prefer cookies that are more chewy rather than tender. That is all I have for the different types of fats and their effect on baked goods. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!